Abortions will continue even if illegal, and it would be a giant shame to have a situation in this country where so many people are pushed into the shadows for a right that should have been theirs all along. The National Women's Law Center fights for gender justice and works across the lives of women and girls. And so we will continue to fight for reproductive freedom and abortion access and in ensuring that people can get it. Part of the reason that we got here is that we have experienced decades of people trying to shame and blame people who seek abortion care, shame and blame the heroes that are providing abortion care on the front lines, make the 1 in 4 women who have abortions feel ashamed for actually doing so, even if their actual story is that they feel relieved and they feel freedom and they felt compassion. What we know is that other states start receiving patients, which puts giant strains on their public health system. These states weren't set up to serve both the patients in their local community and patients in other states that are hostile. It falls more heavily on people who have lower income. It falls more heavily on people who live in rural areas and have to travel far already to access healthcare. And it falls especially heavily on Black and Brown individuals in those states. It was outrageous that he suggested Roe v. Wade, which has been the law of the land for 50 years, is what did great harm. It's outrageous that he did so without any real meaningful acknowledge of women and their lives and the harm that will come to them if they are forced into having unwanted pregnancies, the harm that will come to them if they are in situations that are not their own design, their health harms, their economic harms. When I read his analysis of bodily autonomy as not being protected under our Constitution, it made me think about, what does this mean for contraception? What does this mean for my ability to make personal health decisions more broadly? Where does it begin and where does it end? And it actually was pretty clear that this was a pointed effort to minimize the specific harm that mostly women will face. It is especially shocking now because I'm among the generation, and there's a generation after me, that have come up with an understanding that these are our right, that these personal freedoms are ours. And to see the possibility of them going away so easily and so dismissively, it was painful to see. I understand when you see these decisions that are so disconnected from people's lives and so dramatically apart from the law as it has been, to feel disenchanted. I think we will continue to use the courts, but the courts aren't going to save us. We cannot litigate our way out of this problem. We are going to need a federal law that makes clear, whether it is embedded in the Constitution or is passed by Congress, that this is a protected right. We shouldn't have to be doing it state by state, county by county.